Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into why A Different World, one of the most beloved TV shows in America, was suddenly cancelled despite its major success. We'll also uncover some behind-the-scenes secrets and see what the cast members are up to today. Do you still remember your favorite character from the show? Drop a comment below and tell us who left the biggest impression on you. And while you're here, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss any of our latest uploads. Powerful episodes of A Different World. When television became a voice for social change. One of the reasons A Different World became such an iconic television show was its fearless approach to addressing serious and often controversial social issues. Throughout its run, the series broke barriers by tackling topics that most sitcoms of the late 80s and early 90s avoided. With its compelling storytelling and emotionally charged moments, A Different World delivered episodes that resonated deeply with audiences, sparking conversations that extended beyond the screen. Two of its most groundbreaking episodes, No Means No and If I Should Die Before I Wake, changed how American television portrayed sensitive issues such as sexual assault and the HIV/AIDS epidemic. The episode No Means No was groundbreaking in its depiction of date rape and consent, subjects rarely explored on television at the time. In the episode, Freddie Brooks, a free-spirited and idealistic student, finds herself in a dangerous situation when a popular athlete pressures her into going further than she is comfortable with during a date. The episode not only portrayed the fear and anxiety that survivors experience, but also delivered a clear and powerful message. No means no, regardless of the circumstances. During the late 80s, conversations about consent were not as prevalent as they are today, making this episode a bold and necessary step in raising awareness about sexual violence on college campuses. Even decades later, its message remains as relevant as ever in ongoing discussions about consent and personal boundaries. In addition to tackling sexual violence, A Different World also confronted the stigma surrounding HIV/AIDS at a time when misinformation and fear dominated public perception. The episode If I Should Die Before I Wake explored the reality of living with HIV through the story of a college student who reveals his diagnosis to his peers. At a time when the disease was widely misunderstood and associated with harsh stigma, this episode played a crucial role in educating viewers and humanizing those affected by HIV. By addressing the importance of awareness, prevention, and empathy, the show broke the silence on a topic that many in the entertainment industry were hesitant to discuss. This episode was not just a storyline, it was a public service that helped shift the narrative around HIV/AIDS in America. Beyond these two powerful episodes, A Different World consistently used its platform to highlight pressing social issues, including racial discrimination, mental health, and academic pressure. What made the show unique was its ability to weave serious discussions into a vibrant college setting, making these issues more relatable to young audiences. Instead of delivering heavy-handed lectures, the show used humor, well-developed characters, and authentic dialogue to engage viewers, allowing them to absorb these important messages naturally. This balance between entertainment and social commentary set A Different World apart from other sitcoms of its time. Looking back, it's clear that A Different World was more than just a sitcom. It was a force for change. The topics it explored, whether consent, HIV/AIDS, or systemic racism, are still critical issues today. The show's bravery in addressing these subjects helped pave the way for future television programs to tackle difficult conversations, proving that TV has the power not just to entertain, but to educate and inspire action. More than 3 decades later, A Different World remains a testament to the impact that socially conscious storytelling can have. reminding us that sometimes television can change lives. Exploring racism in a different world. Episodes that confront the harsh realities. One of the standout elements that made A Different World one of the most influential television shows of the late 80s and 90s was its unapologetic approach to addressing sensitive social issues. While many other shows avoided difficult topics, A Different World directly tackled racism, especially as it affected Black students in higher education. One of the most powerful episodes exploring this theme is Cats in the Cradle, where the show sheds light on the barriers faced by Black students, even in environments that are supposed to be open and inclusive, such as college campuses. Cats in the Cradle is particularly impactful because it doesn't just address overt racism, but also highlights the complexity and painful reality of dealing with prejudice and bias in an academic setting. The episode focuses on Dwayne Wayne, who faces discrimination from a group of fellow students due to his academic success as a Black student. The harsh remarks and discriminatory attitudes he encounters reflect the cruel reality that, even in spaces that are meant to promote intellectual growth and equality, a person's skin color can still influence how they are treated and perceived. The episode doesn't just focus on direct confrontations, but also subtly incorporates everyday microaggressions, those small, seemingly innocuous comments or actions that still carry racial undertones. In Cats in the Cradle, viewers see how casual remarks and jokes, often meant as harmless, can reveal the underlying prejudice people hold toward Black students. The show uses these moments to portray the constant tension that many Black students feel as they try to prove their worth in a world that isn't always ready to accept them. What makes A Different World truly unique is its ability to explore not only the effects of racism, but also encourage viewers to think critically about how both society and individuals can change. The series created space for characters to discuss the injustices they faced and how they could challenge and overcome racism in a campus setting. Cats in the Cradle is a prime example of this, as Dwayne confronts not only the biases of others, but also the internalized racism he holds about what a Black student is capable of achieving. Looking back, A Different World played a crucial role in reshaping how American television addressed race and social inequality. The show provided more than just entertainment. It prompted conversations and reflection about deeply ingrained societal issues. Episodes like Cats in the Cradle depicted the harsh realities many Black students experience every day, and at the same time, they pushed for change by encouraging viewers to continue fighting for a fairer and more equal society. Lisa Bonet's defining moment. How pregnancy led to her exit from A Different World. When Lisa Bonet revealed that she was pregnant after marrying rocker Lenny Kravitz, it wasn't just a personal milestone, it sparked a major backstage controversy on A Different World. At the time, Bonet was playing Denise Huxtable, a beloved character from The Cosby Show, who had become the central figure in its spin-off. Debbie Allen, one of the show's producers, saw an opportunity to incorporate Bonet's real-life pregnancy into the storyline by having Denise also become pregnant. However, this idea was quickly shot down, particularly by Bill Cosby, who had the final say on the direction of the show. Cosby strongly opposed the idea, arguing that it would damage Denise Huxtable's image. As the free-spirited yet responsible daughter of the Huxtable family, Denise was portrayed as a role model for young women, especially in the Black middle-class audience that The Cosby Show catered to. In Cosby's view, having her pregnant outside of marriage, regardless of Bonet's real-life circumstances, would send the wrong message. Instead of adjusting the storyline to accommodate Bonet's pregnancy, Cosby made the executive decision to write Denise out of A Different World altogether. Her character was abruptly sent away from Hillman College, effectively forcing Bonet out of the show. This decision not only altered Lisa Bonet's career trajectory, but also forced a different world to undergo a major creative shift. Originally conceived as Denise's journey through college, the show had to pivot quickly once she was gone. At first, the change was jarring, but it ultimately allowed a different world to develop its own identity, separate from The Cosby Show. Characters like Whitley Gilbert and Dwayne Wayne were given more depth, and the show became a more authentic portrayal of the Black college experience. Ironically, what started as a challenge became the foundation for A Different World's later success. For Lisa Bonet, leaving A Different World was just the beginning of a turbulent period in her career. She briefly returned to The Cosby Show after giving birth, but her time there was also short-lived. While Cosby's decision may have limited her opportunities in mainstream television, it also pushed her toward more unconventional artistic roles. Instead of conforming to industry expectations, Bonet embraced edgier, more complex characters that aligned with her artistic sensibilities. Her exit from A Different World wasn't just a turning point for the show. It was a defining moment in her journey as an actress, proving that sometimes being forced out of one space can lead to greater creative freedom elsewhere. A Different World, the spin-off that redefined the Black college experience on television. When A Different World premiered in 1987, it wasn't just another sitcom, it was an extension of the cultural phenomenon that The Cosby Show had become. Designed as a spin-off, the show followed Denise Huxtable, played by Lisa Bonet, as she embarked on her college journey at Hillman College, a fictional, historically Black college. The idea behind A Different World was to create a space where young Black audiences could see themselves represented in higher education, something that mainstream television had rarely depicted with depth and authenticity. While The Cosby Show had already showcased a successful Black family, A Different World aimed to go a step further by highlighting the unique experiences, challenges, and triumphs of Black students in a college setting. The concept of Hillman College was deeply rooted in reality. Though fictional, Hillman was modeled after real-life historically Black colleges and universities, HBCUs, such as Howard University, Spelman College, and Morehouse College, institutions that have long played a crucial role in Black education and empowerment. The show's creators wanted to reflect the vibrancy, academic rigor, and cultural significance of these schools, offering a window into the traditions, friendships, and social dynamics that defined the HBCU experience. Through Hillman, A Different World was able to highlight aspects of Black college life that mainstream media often overlooked, from stepping and Greek life to the importance of mentorship and self-discovery. Initially, the show was envisioned as a light-hearted sitcom, much in the vein of The Cosby Show, with a focus on Denise's fish-out-of-water experience as she navigated college life. However, the first season struggled to find its footing, largely due to the creative limitations imposed by its initial premise. Denise Huxtable, as a character, was free-spirited and often directionless, which made it difficult to structure a compelling college-based narrative around her. Moreover, the first season failed to fully embrace the depth and complexity of HBCU culture, instead leaning into a more generic college comedy format. Recognizing the missed opportunity, producers brought in Debbie Allen, a Spelman alumna herself, to take over as the showrunner for Season 2, ushering in a transformative shift in storytelling. With Allen at the helm, A Different World evolved beyond its original premise. The focus expanded to include a more diverse ensemble cast, representing a broader spectrum of Black college students. Characters like Whitley Gilbert, Dwayne Wayne, Freddie Brooks, and Ron Johnson were given richer storylines that delved into real-world issues, from racism and apartheid to sexual harassment and financial struggles. The show no longer relied on Denise as its central figure. Instead, It became an ensemble-driven series that portrayed college as a place of both academic and personal growth. This change not only improved the show's quality, but also solidified its status as a groundbreaking representation of Black higher education on television. Ultimately, A Different World transcended its origins as a mere Cosby Show spin-off to become something far more significant. It paved the way for more nuanced depictions of Black life on television, inspiring future generations to consider higher education as a viable and empowering path. Even decades after it ended, the show remains a beloved cultural touchstone, not just for its humor and memorable characters, but for the way it authentically captured the spirit and significance of the HBCU experience. By drawing from real institutions and real struggles, A Different World became more than just a TV show. It became a powerful reflection of Black excellence, ambition, and resilience. Life after the show, the cast of A Different World and their careers. Post-series, plus the 35th anniversary tour. After A Different World ended in 1993, its cast members embarked on diverse career paths, each leaving their mark in film, television, voice acting, and production. Jasmine Guy, who portrayed Whitley Gilbert, continued to build a name for herself in both film and TV, also stepping into roles as a director and producer. Kadeem Hardison, who played Dwayne Wayne, kept expanding his career in film and television, winning fans over with his roles in various movies and popular TV shows. Other cast members like Dawn Lewis, Jaleesa, Cree Summer, Freddie, and Lisa Bonet, Denise, also found success in their own respective projects, proving their versatility and talent beyond the small screen. In addition to acting, several cast members of A Different World branched out into other areas, such as voice acting, producing, and music. Cree Summer, for example, had a standout career in voice acting, lending her talents to beloved animated films and video games. Actors like Marisa Tomei, who played Maggie, also found success beyond television, starring in films that earned critical acclaim and numerous award nominations. Every member of the A Different World cast continued to leave their mark on the entertainment industry in their own unique way, proving that their success extended far beyond the show itself and into a long and varied career. Notably, in 2024, to commemorate the 35th anniversary of A Different World's premiere, the cast reunited for a 10-city anniversary tour, drawing enthusiastic crowds and fans. This special event provided an opportunity for the actors to reflect on the memories and cultural impact the show had over the years. Throughout the tour, they not only shared behind-the-scenes stories, but also recreated iconic moments from the series, offering a chance for longtime fans to relive the magic and for new generations to discover the significance of the show. The event wasn't just a celebration for longtime fans, it also allowed newer audiences to understand the lasting influence A Different World had on pop culture and its enduring legacy. From Denise Huxtable to Whitley and Dwayne. How A Different World shifted focus and evolved. Its cast to become a cultural icon. When A Different World premiered in 1987, the show centered around Denise Huxtable, the free-spirited daughter of the Huxtable family, as she embarked on her college journey at Hillman College. However, after just one season, Lisa Bonet's departure due to her real-life pregnancy led to a major shift in both the cast and the show's direction. Rather than replacing Denise with a similar character, the producers chose to refocus the story on existing supporting characters, elevating them to the forefront. Among them, Whitley Gilbert, Jasmine Guy, and Dwayne Wayne, Kadeem Hardison, quickly became the heart of the series, forming one of the most memorable on-screen couples of the era. Shifting the narrative focus from Denise to Whitley, and Dwayne not only sustained the show's appeal, but also gave it greater depth. Whitley, initially introduced as a spoiled but comedic Southern belle, gradually transformed into a complex character, navigating personal growth and overcoming the privileged worldview she once held. Meanwhile, Dwayne evolved from a nerdy, fun-loving student into a responsible and ambitious young man. Their journey, from initial clashes to a passionate and tumultuous romance, became a defining storyline that kept audiences engaged and emotionally invested. In addition to strengthening Whitley and Dwayne's roles, A Different World expanded its cast with new characters who added diversity and dimension to the series. Introduced in the second season, Freddie Brooks, Cree Summer, a free-spirited, socially conscious art student, quickly became a fan favorite. Her bohemian personality and dedication to activism brought a fresh, vibrant energy to the show, representing students who challenged societal norms and fought for justice. Alongside her, Kim Reese, Charnel Brown, a hard-working pre-med student, was introduced to highlight the experiences of those coming from working-class backgrounds, balancing academic pressure with financial struggles. The addition of Freddie and Kim not only enriched the character dynamics, but also broadened the show's themes, making A Different World a more authentic reflection of the Black college experience. While Whitley represented upper-class privilege and Dwayne embodied the tech-savvy, ambitious student, Freddie symbolized social awareness and activism, while Kim showcased the perseverance of students striving against economic hardship. This diversity allowed the show to resonate with a wider audience, offering viewers characters they could see themselves in and relate to. Ultimately, the shift in the main cast not only allowed A Different World to survive Lisa Bonet's exit, but also propelled it into television history as a groundbreaking and culturally significant show. By placing Whitley and Dwayne at the center and introducing dynamic new characters like Freddie and Kim, the series evolved into a rich, multi-dimensional portrayal of college life. No longer just a spin-off of The Cosby Show, A Different World stood on its own as a powerful narrative about love, friendship, growth, and the real challenges faced by Black college students. This transformation is a key reason why, decades after its finale, the show continues to leave a lasting impact on generations of viewers. A Different World and its cultural impact. How a sitcom sparked social change and inspired generations. When A Different World premiered in 1987, it was initially expected to be a lighthearted spin-off of The Cosby Show, following Denise Huxtable's college journey. However, after significant cast and creative changes, the series quickly evolved into one of the most culturally influential television shows of its time. More than just a sitcom, A Different World boldly tackled serious topics such as racism, gender inequality, class struggles, and mental health, while maintaining its humor and relatability. Set at the fictional Hillman College, inspired by real-life historically Black colleges and universities, HBCUs, like Howard and Spelman, the show provided a rare and powerful portrayal of Black college life, making it both an educational and entertaining experience for audiences. One of the show's most important contributions was its groundbreaking representation of Black college students on mainstream television. Before A Different World, depictions of Black students in higher education were scarce, often relegated to minor roles or stereotypical portrayals. This series changed the narrative by presenting intelligent, ambitious, and socially conscious young Black individuals navigating the challenges of academia and adulthood. Characters like Whitley Gilbert, Dwayne Wayne, Kim Reese, and Freddie Brooks showcase the diversity within the Black student experience, breaking down harmful stereotypes and providing positive role models for young viewers. What set A Different World apart was its willingness to address hard-hitting societal issues head-on. The show tackled racism, sexual harassment, the HIV/AIDS epidemic, mental health struggles, and women's rights, topics that many other sitcoms of the time avoided. The episode addressing the Rodney King riots and racial tensions in Los Angeles, for instance, wasn't just a storyline. It was a powerful reflection of real-world events. Despite dealing with such weighty themes, the show maintained its humor and authenticity, making it accessible to both younger and older audiences while fostering critical conversations about social justice. Beyond its cultural commentary, A Different World had a tangible impact on real-world education. After the show aired, HBCUs saw a significant increase in enrollment, proving that its influence extended beyond entertainment. By portraying HBCU life in a dynamic and empowering way, showcasing the academics, social life, traditions, and camaraderie, A Different World inspired countless young Black students to pursue higher education. It provided a sense of belonging and aspiration, showing that college was not only attainable, but also a transformative and enriching experience. More than 3 decades after it ended, A Different World remains a landmark in television history. It didn't just entertain, it educated, empowered, and ignited important discussions about race, equality, and opportunity. The show's lasting legacy proves the power of television in shaping perceptions and driving social change. Through its humor, depth, and cultural relevance, A Different World became more than just a show. It became a movement, a mirror of reality, and an inspiration for generations to come. Behind-the-scenes controversy of A Different World. The tension between rejection and focusing on the Black student experience. One of the most significant controversies that unfolded behind the scenes of A Different World was the tension surrounding the show's handling of race, specifically in the form of exploring reverse racism through the character Maggie, played by Marisa Tomei. Director Debbie Allen was eager to address this issue on the show, aiming to present the experiences of white students in a diverse university setting. However, despite her insistence, producers rejected the idea, leading to a major shift in the show's storyline and character dynamics. Debbie Allen was particularly adamant about introducing the topic of reverse racism, believing it was an important aspect to explore. She felt that the character of Maggie could help the audience understand the complexities of race relations in an academic environment. Allen envisioned the character's struggles as an opportunity to deepen the conversation about racism and prejudice, not only for Black students, but also for white students who were navigating a predominantly Black university. However, the producers believed that this was too sensitive a topic for a sitcom and feared it would distract from the show's central themes, leading them to reject the idea of focusing on reverse racism. After the intense debate, a major decision was made. The white characters, including Maggie, were removed from the show's central focus, allowing A Different World to concentrate more fully on the Black student experience at Hillman College. This was a significant change, as it allowed the show to delve deeper into the challenges faced by Black students, something that was rarely depicted with such depth on television at the time. The removal of white characters also shifted the show's dynamic, making it more inclusive of the Black experience while sidelining perspectives that did not reflect the struggles or triumphs of the central characters. While this decision allowed A Different World to shine a light on the issues affecting Black college students, it also sparked some discomfort among certain viewers and crew members. Some critics argued that removing white characters from the show could create an unbalanced portrayal of college life, as it excluded perspectives from diverse communities. However, a larger segment of the audience, along with critics, praised the bold choice to center the narrative on Black characters and their unique challenges, especially in an era when discussions about race were not as prevalent in mainstream media. The behind-the-scenes controversy surrounding A Different World ultimately turned out to be a defining moment for the show. Rather than simply entertaining, It sparked important conversations about race, social justice, and the representation of Black students in higher education. By focusing on the Black student experience, the show became a powerful vehicle for social change, opening up discussions about racism and providing a platform for voices that had often been silenced in mainstream television. Though the decision was contentious, it solidified A Different World as a cultural touchstone, challenging viewers to rethink how race and identity were portrayed in the media. Thank you so much for watching this video. A Different World was not just a groundbreaking TV show, but also a powerful piece of work that sparked important conversations about the lives of Black college students and social issues. Even though the show had to end prematurely due to behind-the-scenes conflicts, its legacy still lives on. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more stories about groundbreaking TV shows, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.